So the next part I'm going to do is the top, and once again we've got the dimensions on here. I'm going to start with the plan view, which is 36 by 32, 58 and 30. So if I go Control N for a new part file, and I'm going to stick with the synchronous environment for this. So we'll start with the line command and lock to the top plane, Control H and start at the center, hit the S key to go symmetric, and then I can just type in 36 and click, and then 32 and click for a horizontal. Then it's going to come in at an angle somewhere around 58, and then I want to make that symmetric so you can see how it's highlighting that I'm in line with there, and there, and there. So just to lock those in place to make sure that it doesn't alter asymmetrically, I can use the horizontal vertical to click on endpoints to create a vertical line in that way and a horizontal that way. Then I can place my dimensions. First two I know are correct. This one is slightly out, so that's 58. And then I've got 30 on the end here. And you'll see that it moves symmetrically because of that relationship on there. And then the overall length is, because it's sort of coming out a little bit further, a little bit more than 153. So I will make that 155. So using the smart dimension, I can click on two elements and change that to 155 in length. So that gives me my profile. I can click on here to unlock the plane, use the central mouse wheel to rotate, hit the escape key, and the overall height is going to be somewhere in the region of 26. So I shall just click within this region, drag it up, and change the height to 26. So that gives me my first profile. So I can draw this one for the second. So I'm starting here, going up 7, and then I've got 6.5 mil rad, and then another couple of tangent rads coming up to a point over here. And I haven't put a dimension on there, but we'll just approximate. So again, if I hover over this plane, lock it with the F3, and as I said, come up 7 mil. So that wants to be vertical, going into an arc. So if I hit the A key, making sure that you're coming out of that top section. This wants to be 6.5, and I'm just going to draw that in there. So for the other end, I've got my 140, 137 to the center of this rad here, being a 16 radius. So I can then sort of go and do a arc by center point. So I want to come in here somewhere, come down to a point on that bottom edge, and then bring it round further than it needs to be. So if I then dimension that, so as I said, this one wants to be 16, and it is 137 from the coordinate system. And the center should be a distance of 4 mil up. So again, if I click on here and the base edge and drag off to the side, that one wants to be 4. So that gives me my point in there. So now if I go to the line command and don't click on any of the key points, but just click on a point in between, and as you drag that out, that should come off, and I can then put that in a -1 degree angle and just come out to this point here, as you can see. So then we want a 160 rad and a 100 rad coming off that one. So what I can do here is go to a 3-point arc, starting somewhere up apart from there, and then this one wants to be somewhere up around here, and I'll come in here and place that. So you can see we've got tangency symbol coming up. So then I can place a dimension on here, make this 100 rad, and I want to add a tangent relationship from there to there. So that brings that up, and then if I want to, I can use the trim command to trim back that portion there. So then we want to draw the other 3-point arc. So if I come from this point here to this point here, and that wants to be tangential, which I'm not really getting, so I'll just place that in. So this one here wants to be 160, and it wants to be tangent as well. So we've got our endpoint connection there. So if I go smart dimension and 160, and as you can see, there's a circle on this one which implies tangency, which we don't have between these two, and we've got that there. I didn't dimension this, so let's click on this point here and drag it up, and then I can go smart dimension, and if I hit the A key, I can get my 1 degree locked in. So we need to trim this portion here. So roughly this needs to just come up a fraction. So that gives me my profile, and then I can unlock the plane. I go to the extrude command, and instead of face I choose chain. So that's going to ask me, I want symmetric. Which side do I want to remove from? Because it's an open profile, I'll remove from the outside. And as you can see, it's trying to create a solid, so we need to do a cut, and that just then cuts away that top edge, as you can see in there, and dimensions drop out. This one has lost the edge that it's gone to, so I'll get rid of that one, and this one here. So that gives me my overall profile. Then we just have a couple of extra things to do. We've got a 6mm rad around the outside, and we've also got a hole through here, which is 2.5 diameter, and it's thin walled. So let's create the rad first. So If I click on the edges here, it's already set to 2. If not, then you need to adjust that. So that will go all the way around, and likewise on the other side. Let's change that to 6, as I said. That gives me my rounding on there. Right mouse click to finish. And then if we create a thin wall, so let's turn this over, and the thickness on the thin wall is 2.5. So we go to the thin wall command, choose which face we want to take out. If I didn't click on a face, it would just create a shell. So click in the direction you want it to go. Right mouse click to finish. So then we have a hole in here, 140 by 6.5 up, 2.5 diameter. So we go to the hole command, go into options, change this up to 2.5. It's just a simple hole. And if we hover over this plane here, we can lock it. Change the size of it. Let's just change that back again. Make sure you don't pick up on anything, and it should be a through all. I forgot to mention, but that was my last setting. So then we just go to Smart Dimension and dimension from there to the coordinate system, and that needed to be 140. Making sure that you adjust it from that end. And again 6.5, and you want to adjust it from the top end to make sure that you are adjusting it in the right direction. And this completes this second model.